Criminal Intimacy by Mary Nardini Gang. Quote, because the night belongs to lovers, because the night belongs to us. Unquote. Patti Smith. Part 1. On Deadness. To live in this culture is to be dead. Bare. Deadness is the affect and the aspiration of dominant social membership. It is the social relationship wherein life is reduced to exchange and capital. It is everywhere, in those walking the streets without ever meeting the eyes of another, in the exchanges of service work, in the aisles of a department store, in the pews of church, in capital and heteronormativity, in law and morality. Everywhere it is the logic of death. The unthinkability of our desires is reiterated over and over again. Power and control are written on our bodies. What is passion, desire, adventure, play? What but catchy slogans for adverts? Our love and our appetites and our very bodies are inscribed within this culture. Capital is written on our bodies. We dare not dream. How could we conceivably want more than this? And the agents and exertions of biopower, the boots of queer bashers, the panoptical ever-present surveillance cameras with the flashing blue lights, the sirens and guns of the police, the campaigns for gay marriage and military service, the lingering pains of monogamy and such shapely mannequins, ad nauseum, stand everywhere, erected as checkpoints, guaranteeing the impossibility of anything else. Life, stripped bare, is nothing more than raw survival, banal, cold, numbing. Could it be more clear? Heterocapitalism, this culture, this totality, is out to destroy us. Part 2. Taking and sharing, on getting what's ours. The machinery of control has rendered our very existence illegal. We've endured the criminalization and crucifixion of our bodies, our sex, our unruly genders. Raids, witch hunts, burnings at the stake. We've occupied the space of deviance, of whores, of perverts, and abominations. This culture has rendered us criminal, and of course, in turn, we've committed our lives to crime. In the criminalization of our pleasures, we've found the pleasure to be had in crime. In being outlawed for who we are, we've discovered that we are indeed fucking outlaws. Many blame queers for the decline in this society. We take pride in this. Many believe that we intend to shred to bits this civilization and its moral fabric. They couldn't be more accurate. We're often described as depraved, decadent, and revolting, but oh, they ain't seen nothing yet. Let's be explicit. We are criminal, queer, anarchists, and this world is not and can never be enough for us. We want to eliminate bourgeois morality and make ruins of this world. We're here to destroy what is destroying us. Let's be speaking of revolt. We are tracing the lineage of our queer criminality and charting the demise of the social order. And oh, the nectar from which we drink. Lesbian pirates raging on the seas, queer rioters setting cop cars ablaze, sex parties amidst the decay of industrialization, bank robbers wearing pink triangles, mutual aid networks among sex workers and thieves, gangs of tranny fags bashing the fuck back. We've been assured that each day could be our last. As such, we've chosen to live as if every day is. In turn, we promise that existence days are numbered. In our revolt, we are developing a form of play. These are our experiments with autonomy, power, and force. We haven't paid for anything we're wearing, and we rarely pay for food. We steal from our jobs and turn tricks to get by. We fuck in public, and we have never come harder. We swap tips and scams amid gossip and foreplay. We've looted the shit out of places and delight in sharing the beauty. We wreck things at night and hold hands and skip all the way home. We are ever growing our informal support structures and will always have each other's backs. In our orgies, riots, and heists, we are articulating the collectivity of and deepening these ruptures. Part 3. On Criminality, World-Making, and becoming whatever. The ecstasy and electricity of crime is undeniable. We've felt the sweetest adrenaline rushes as we've dashed from security and blown each other on the bus. And nothing offers up the feeling of being alive more than the weight of a hammer through the facade of Capitol. Crime helps me get out of bed every morning. We queers and other insurgents have developed what good folks might call a criminal intimacy. We are exploring the material and effective solidarity fostered between outlaws and rebels. In our obstruction of law, we've illegally discovered the beauty in one another. In revealing our desire to our partners in crime, we've come to know each other more intimately than legality could ever allow. In desire, we produce conflict, and in conflict with capital, we may have found an escape route from the deadening of our lives. Our gang's discourse is conflict. The real power expressed in our crimes isn't the damage caused to our enemies or even the various improvements of our material conditions, though we take pleasure in both. The power we express is in the empowerments and relationships we're creating. In our sex and our attack, when we pull down our masks and share our cache of bricks, we are expanding the possibilities of our affinity. In our crime, we create dynamic, new relationships of criminal intimacies. In these possibilities, we are learning how we might, together, reduce this world to rubble. We must make ourselves bodies without organs. Within each of us is contained a virtual pool of everything we are capable of becoming. Our desires, affects, power, ways of acting, and infinite possibilities. To embody and activate these possibilities, we must experiment with the ways our bodies act in conjunction with others. We commit crime together so we can unveil our criminal becoming. We do not offer criminal or queer as identities nor as categories. Criminality, queerness. These are tools for revolt against identity and category. These are our lines of flight out of all restraint. We are in conflict with all that restricts every and each desire. We are becoming whatever. Our sole commonality is our hatred for everything that exists. Held in common, such revolt of desire can never be assimilated into the state form. Right-wing talking heads invoke the imagery of a culture war, waged between civil society on one side and queers on the other. We reject this model of war. Our war is a social war. The nexus of domination in class society is everywhere, yet everywhere too are the ruptures and points of conflict. In these fissures we exist in rebellion, we queers, criminals, whatever. Our dirty talk and our nighttime whispers comprise a secret language. Our language of thieves and lovers is foreign to this social order, yet carries the sweetest notes in the ears of rebels. This language reveals our potential for world-making. Our conflict is space for our possible other selves to blossom. By organizing our secret universe of shared plenty and collective explosive possibility, we are building a new world of riot, orgy, and decadence.